Local. I'm just recording, guys, real quick, and it's starting to record now. So, okay, it's 8:02. So, good morning, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen as well. Desktop one. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. There you go. Alrighty. So good morning, everybody. This is our second boot camp of the month of November, Go ED Strong Boot Camp. My name is Priscilla Allen. I'm regional director with Optavia. Been coaching for a little bit over a year now and absolutely love it. And I am excited to be co-hosting today with Cynthia.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all excited. My name is Cynthia Zambakajan, and I'm an executive director with Optavia. And I have been coaching for about 6 months now. And Priscilla here is my direct coach and mentor. So we're excited. I hope you guys are ready. I want you to grab a pen and paper right now because as I'm talking, we're doing this. I want you to get into action, okay? Because we're going to go today over how to create your candidate list and how to get the word out, okay? So, okay, let me get to the next screen.
Yeah.
All right, so the simple strategy. Okay, start today. So we want to get into action and stay in action. So instead of today, I want you to get into action now. So what we're going to do is start writing people's names down. So, but what's going to happen is you're going to have to give yourself a deadline. This is very important. Think about it as if you're working for someone. You know how your boss gives you a deadline to get things done, and what do you do once you hear, okay, November 27th, you start getting into action, right? It just gives you that that push to get started. So that's why it's very important to put a deadline. Without one, it's like, okay, I have time. No one's gonna fire me. Nothing's going to happen if I don't reach it. So what happens? We automatically postpone things, because life comes up. There's lots of things going on, and we don't feel that pressure, if you will. So that's why it is so important to put a deadline. So post consistently on Facebook. You want to post about your life and health. You want to do posts about different things, not necessarily just health or business related before and after. So just to mix and match everything that goes into your life. Just be yourself, genuine posts that will get people's attention. Always have a list of 5 to 10 people who are on your heart and who you think could be blessed by Optavia right now. So your top 5 to 10 people that really mean so much to you that you would be wanting to help, and that they're going to need this program. They could be the same people every single month. People. My 5 top list. No one has shown interest yet. They're just not there mentally. But I'm going to have them on my list, whether it takes a year, 2 years, 5 years for them. But just always have that top priority of people that really are dear to your heart. And always have a running list of 100 people who can get the word out to or start a conversation with, okay? I mean, you're probably seeing 100 and that's scaring you. That was me the first month. I'm like, I don't know 100 people. Yes, you do, okay? If you've been to school with people, you've worked with tons of people. There's church people if you attend church. I don't know if you hike, and you're a mommy, you're in a group that you guys talk about pets or go on walks. So you can probably find 100 people easily. Go to your contact list. There's a bunch of people there, okay? And just write their names down. Don't think if they need to lose the weight. Don't think if you're gonna offend them. No, just we'll go over everything. Just make a list. Start making that list, okay? All we're gonna do is share what we're doing. Okay, so again, creating your list. Actually create a list, not just in your head, okay? So it's going to be tangible. Get a piece of paper and start jotting those names down, okay? Start with the ones closest to you, okay? So I bet you have friends, very close friends, family, very close coworkers, neighbors, people who who are there for you, people who probably you want to, if you won the lottery, you want to spend, give them a share. And then slowly start expanding your group of people. So go a little bit further away. Are you in groups again? Are you on Meetup? Do you know people, that you've talked to? Are you in a photography group, mommy groups? So, just expand that circle from family, friends, the hot, I'm not sure what we call it, the hot, there's a term for it, to a colder circle. So, and look through your context, I know Priscilla's really good at this. She goes through her context and then just randomly picks someone, and she just says that I'm trying to clean up my, my contact list. Are you still the same person? Are you using the same number? And then starts a conversation with them. And then it leads to, getting the word out about telling what she's doing. Right, Priscilla?
Yeah, correct.
All right. So take action. Create your list today. Okay. Well, I'm changing to today to now. So, because I want you by the end of this this session to have your 100 list ready. Okay. And this person does not need to lose weight, or we're not trying to get to them to do this program. Okay. Just write that list down. Priscilla, I was on her list and I only needed to lose 10 pounds. She probably thought that I didn't even need to lose weight. And look at me now, I'm blessed to be part of this, and I became a coach and I was able to stay home. Just a side note, but yeah, do not exclude anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens if you run out of names? Okay, you won't. I don't know. It's if you're in the wrong mindset, it probably is easier said than done, right? But there's like 1 billion people on this planet. I'm sure you can come up with names. Okay, I mean, I'm at Target every other day. I don't know about you, but there's people there on my list that.
What's up?
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
Can you please mute yourselves if you are?
Yeah, I forgot to mute.
Just getting to log in.
Yeah.
Or if you can do that, yeah. Okay. All right. So again, expand your circle of friends. If you can't think of anyone, create new ones. And even if you have a big circle of friends, you constantly want to, meet people and just create new connections, new relationships. And that's how you're going to come up with more names. Okay. And add 10 to 20 people per week on Facebook. That's one great strategy. Okay. If you go to your Facebook page, on friends under suggestions, so you're going to see lots of mutual friends of friends, add them, that's a great and easy way to reach out to lots of people. Okay, if you want to double that amount, 40 per week, do it. Whatever feels comfortable, whatever your goals are, but that's one simple strategy. And me as a mom, I use that a lot because it's easier than just getting out of your house, which is the next one. You can get out of your house, start conversations, be social, meet new people, and exchange information, and just ask them if you can add them on Facebook, and you guys could connect that way. Okay.
So then start the conversations. So now we know that we need to acquire all these people, create this list, add people, but it's also important that we don't just add and just expect them to see everything on our Facebook. You want to start conversations with people. I love when Jamil always preaches to us and he says, if you seek, you shall find. So just focus on making real conversations with people, either getting the word out to people rather than trying to get clients. I'm going to try to get that client. That was my mentality in the beginning. Oh, I want to get this person. Oh, I want to get that person, but the mindset has to change to who can I serve? Like, who can I help today for real? And I remember when Jamil used to say that in the beginning, I was like, I don't want to serve anyone. I need to get clients. That's what I used to say. I was like, I can't serve anyone. I need to help clients. I need to get clients, but our business, we're not in the business of getting people. We are in the business of serving people, of helping people and helping people change their lives. So every connection is going to lead you to someone who is looking for you, someone who is looking for what you have. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you meet someone and boom, that person is an opportunity to meet 300 people you don't know, you know? So when we're trying to get the word out, we're not thinking, oh, this person could probably use my program. No, we're trying to get the word out, you know? If you plant more seeds, you're going to reap the harvest, you know? And as soon as you start planting those seeds, you got to water those seeds, you know, follow up with people, continue layering them throughout, you know? That way, when they are ready to do this, you are the first person they are going to think of, you know? And the thing is, one thing that one of my mentor coaches tells me is, everyone is a client on our program. Everyone should be a participant on our program, whether through the healthy body or the healthy mind. And just have fun connecting with other people, you know, don't make it a stressful situation, you know, and tell your story. I remember in the beginning, I felt so stressed because I felt like I was so emotionally involved with everybody I was trying to talk to that it just became so hard, you know. But as soon as I made it about getting the word out, you know, when they asked me how I was, you know, we hadn't met in a while and I talked about my kids, and I also talked, yeah, speaking of which, I have a third baby too, you know, that's my business. Sorry about that. I was like, that's my third business. You know, that's my baby as well, or whatever. And, you know, that would give me the opportunity to talk about my baby, which was my business as well, and get the word out that way. So find a way to create your story and make it your own. And that way it becomes simple and not stressful trying to emotionally invest in people and all that. And, you know, the list will go down quicker that way. So again, start a conversation with every person on your list. You know, if you're not friends with them yet on social media, make sure you connect with them. You want them to see everything. You know, find them and friend request them on social media. If they're in your community, put yourself in front of them, you know, and find a way to bring up the conversation of health. You can lead the direction that way. You can, you know, you can make it go that way. If you're trying to actually help this client directly and not get the word out to this client, find a way you can lead the conversation to health. You know, talk about your story and be like, when they ask you how you're doing, I'm so excited. You know, like, I've just recently found a program. I've lost these last 10 pounds, you know, baby weight I had. It was so hard, but I got to the point and I feel amazing now. And you share what you're excited about, you know, and just make it authentic. On a side note, one of the things that I don't think we're going to go back to, but one of the things that I love that Cynthia does, you know, in terms of trying to find, you know, new people to add and to connect with is, you know, find hobbies. Like she was talking about, like mommy groups. Find hobbies, you know, that you're going to like. You know, so if you like, if you are part of a mommy group, if you are, I don't know, you like canoeing, whatever, find groups and, you know, make sure that you start conversations in there. So post things, you know, what Cynthia does is she'll post things in her mommy groups, like either funny memes or she'll post, you know, she'll ask questions or whatever. And then when people start talking in the bottom, she communicates with them. And as she communicates with those moms, she adds those moms on Facebook as well. So they begin to see her stuff on Facebook. And then she'll connect with them, you know, individually as a mom to another mom. So that's another idea. But anyway, I just
Can
have
I
to
add something?
Yeah, of course.
Since we're talking about that, also what I've been getting a lot lately is because I post something in those mommy groups. For you, it could be if you're not a mom, you can, you know, get into another group. But as you're posting and people start, you know, commenting, you can add them, but also your profile picture, that's what strikes them. My posts are totally unrelated to health. Okay, I do not talk about my business and advertise or but you know, they see my before and after and they actually click on it and then PM me about it. Oh, by the way, I saw your page was interesting and I saw your profile picture and I need help, you know. That's another easy way to just get people come to you because they need the help with the weight loss, you know. So starting a conversation with them, it's directly leads, you know, already to health. So profile picture, change it if you haven't to a before and after or sugar shot or, you know, yeah, so do not, when you do that, do not talk about health necessarily. A lot of engaging posts through those funny is it GIFs or GIFs, whatever you call them, to post things, funny, silly things, because, people love light stuff. They're always having a rough day. They love to read those silly things. And yeah, basically also comment on other people's posts, not necessarily you posting all the time, but engaging conversations. That's an easy way to just get yourself into talking about different things, and that's a strategy that I use a lot, and it works. It's been working for me. It's one of the strategies, but a really strong one.
Awesome. Thank you. So follow these steps exactly with each name that you have on your list. Okay? With every one of the people that you have, don't exclude names. Just follow it exactly this way. This is a simple system that's going to get you to authentically connect with people. All right, so continuing the starting conversation with every person, make sure you are friends on Facebook, of course. Go to their wall. This is now you being in action on Facebook, Go to their wall and like a few of their posts, and photos. Don't go crazy. like all the way down, Like a couple of things and then maybe comment on one or something like that, And then send them a private message and be like, hey, I was going through your wall. I noticed you went to Chicago last week. That's so awesome. Like, I'm wanting to go there so far. What would you recommend, food-wise out there? Like, I've heard the food is amazing, And either just say hi or start that conversation like that. Trust me, when you touch something that they're interested in, they will reply back, So after that, look obviously for an opening to bring up health. I always tell my Cynthia and like the coaches on my team, I'm always like, control the conversation. You can control the conversation and you can steer it any way you want. So take it to health. When you have the opportunity, take it to health, and then make a connection with them that way. Again, follow these steps exactly with each and every name on your list. And yep, it's that simple. It's not a complicated task. It's as simple as that, And then, so now what are we going to do after that? So now, 1, we've created our list. 2, we've started genuine connections with people. So now what?
We have the list of people, and now we're going to get the word out, okay, and make a connection with them. So Priscilla and I here are gonna role play and show you how you can actually get that done. Okay.
We were practicing.
We were doing this at 11 p.m. yesterday.
And both our husbands were laughing at us at their ends. I'm like, whatever. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Exactly.
All righty. So we're gonna go ahead and role play this for you guys. Okay? Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, is this Cynthia?
Speaking, yes.
Hey, Cynthia, this is Priscilla.
Hi, Priscilla. How are you?
Good. How are you? Remember me? It's been years.
I know. Yeah, tell me about it. What, 10 years, I think?
Yeah. 10 years, yeah, since we were in college. How are things with you?
Great. I think last we spoke, I had just gotten married, and here I am with 2 kids now.
Wow, that's amazing. You have 2 kids already. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's awesome. That's so
Thank
great.
you.
That's
How about you?
Well, I mean, I couldn't complain either. Life is absolutely great. I have my 2 little ones, my 2 babies, and I have another baby, my 3rd baby, which is my business, and I'm actually giving you a call about that. I'm really, really, really excited about what's going on in my life right now. And, I was on a program where I needed to lose a good 15 pounds, and I did it with my husband. I was able to lose weight. I gained so much energy. I fell in love with the program that I became passionate about it, decided to pay it forward and become a coach. And so now I'm just trying to get the word out here, So I'm trying to get as many people, I'm trying to help as many people as possible. So here's the thing, like, I know that you know people that I don't know, and I'd love to know if you're okay with me sending you some information. And as you go through the information of what I'm doing, I'd love to see if maybe, while you scroll through it, you might think of someone that our program may benefit, or you might have questions for it. So is it okay if I send you some information?
Sure, go ahead. I'm really excited for you, and losing weight. I think I might be interested in that. I had my baby, so that's something I might look into.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. So what's your email address?
Yeah, so it's C, my first initial and last name, zambakejian@gmail.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and send you that
Okay.
information. And do you mind if, tomorrow, maybe around this time, if I connect with you again? I'll give you a call, see if you have any questions, see if anyone came to your heart while you read this, and then just kind of take it from there. Do you mind if I do that?
Perfect. No, I don't mind at all. Yes. Let's set up a call for tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. I'll go ahead and do that. And awesome. Another thing, are we connected on Facebook by any chance?
I think we are, but I'll double check.
Oh, okay. You know how those
Okay.
algorithms work. Like you eventually fall. You haven't made it.
Yeah, I
So,
know, and we
yeah.
haven't talked in a while, so we'll make sure we get reconnected.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. So let's go ahead and do that. And then what I'd love to do too is, if you're okay with it, once a month or a couple times a month, I go ahead and I update people on how my business is going. Would you mind if I keep you updated on how that's going?
Sure, go ahead. I don't mind at all. Thank you.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. It was so good talking to you, and we'll connect again tomorrow, okay?
Okay, likewise. Thanks a
Have a
lot,
good
and good luck in
one.
your business.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, so see how simple that was? It doesn't have to take hours, just get to the point, do it, and that's it. And our conversation was true. That's how we reconnected, Priscilla and I. So the basic questions, what are you going to ask when you actually are trying to get the word out with someone? You're going to ask, if you can I send you information about what I do? Okay. So, you got to get their permission first. And while you're looking at it, if anyone comes to mind and if it's appropriate, would you be willing to forward the link to them as well? Maybe it could help them. So, you're going to send them the information and they could forward it to someone that they might think of that could benefit from it. And then you're going to make sure you follow up with them. So ask them, can I touch base with you tomorrow in the next few days to see if you have any questions? Okay, because when you called them, you were just trying to get the word out. You're not saying you need to lose weight, or if you do, would you be interested? No. Okay. So what's your email address? Make sure you get their email address so you can, forward it to them. And then also ask, is it okay if you update them on how things are going with you in the programs? So you are going to get their email address, send it to them. Make sure you follow up with them. So set a date for that to see if they have any questions, or they might, lead you to an explore call with them. And also add them to your connections list. Okay, if you do not know what it is, but I think you should know by now, in your Gmail, add a folder, a connections folder, and whoever you talk to, you send get the word out email to, you're going to add that email to the connection list. And every first or 15th of the month, 1st and 15th of the month, or some people do it the 15th and 31st, whatever works for you, you're going to send them an email. But you're going to make sure before you hang up or while you're connecting with them to ask them if it's okay that you send them updates every 2 weeks, okay? And also ask if you're connected on Facebook. You want to make sure you do that so that they see your posts. They're always keep you in mind, basically. So what's next? Okay, our system, the simple systems. You are going to send them that thank you email within the 24 hours. Okay, I personally do it right away because we forget. I'm a mom of two, so I do it on the spot and that's it. Done. Do it now, not today, not later. That's how I work. So what is the thank you email? Basically, there is a standard one that we have. You can, if you don't know where to locate it, ask your coach, and so you can personalize that, add your story to it. But basically it's something like, thank you for willing to help me out, this is my story, or this is the program I'm on. I help people lose weight, get off of their medication. I myself lowered my cholesterol. I lost my baby weight and so forth. So something like that. And then you would want to follow up with them within the 48 hours, just like Priscilla and I, she set it up for the next day, but don't wait too long. Okay. And then also friend them on Facebook if you're not already friends. Okay. So, you want to kind of keep them in the loop. And then also, again, add their email address to your connections group, okay, or list of your connections, so that you can send them the email connections emails every 2 weeks. And the connections email basically is, so you want to add a before and after story to it. You want to add a recipe. What Priscilla and I do is we give them an update about how we're doing on the program, and if we're coaching, so we talk a little bit about the business aspect. So just something fun, and just related to health. Holidays are coming up, so you can give them tips on how to, actually survive the holidays, healthy tips, and so things like that. And always continue to evolve that relationship and have authentic conversations. So, that's the goal. That person might be interested later on. Just keep on dripping on them. Just be very active with your posts, because basically that's your audience, and what are you offering them, whatever they see on your page, and the key is to being authentic. Okay. Because people can relate to that. They can start trusting you. They see you have a real life, your real struggles. So, don't be afraid to talk your imperfections, to talk about the not so perfect life, but one thing I got to say, that energy and positivity, don't focus so much on the negative things that happen into your life. Mention them, but then turn them into something positive, because I've been doing this, and personally I've found lots of growth in this, and I've seen people messaging me saying, oh, I just love all the energy, all the things that's, that you are spreading, the healthy recipes, your energy. And actually I had a person who's been an active client of mine. She just texted me. She said, I read all your posts and I want to be back on plan, So see, people are watching. So just keep doing what you're doing. They might not be liking your stuff, but they're going to reach out to you any day, whenever they're ready. Okay.
So one thing that I love that Cynthia touched on was just the authenticity, be real. I did a mentorship call with Jamil probably a month and a half ago, and I was really struggling internally. We were trying to get that shift for me, so that I can change things the way I saw things. And he started going through my page, and he's like, this is cute. He goes, I see cute pictures of your kids, and I see before and afters. He's like, but this isn't all of you. You're not showing every aspect of your life, And as soon as he talked about that, like, it hit me. I was going through so many mommy struggles. I did a live video on like my mommy struggles, and I really poured out like my heart to people. Man, I had over 100 likes. I had like 18 moms message me, no joke, 18 moms, like from church, from school, from APU, from university where I went to. And they were just like, man, Priscilla, like, I feel you. I know how it is. And I was able to connect that way with people. And I was like, oh my gosh, the people want the real you. If you're just posting before and afters, and you're just posting like cute little pictures of your grandkids, or that's pretty, but honestly, you just look like a marketing tool. Like, all you want to do is post those before and afters. So make it real, like if you need an example, go to Cynthia's page, because she is beyond phenomenal in her posting.
No.
And everything that she posts, I mean, she's real with her life, and I love it. I love seeing, what she's posting, and, she's making coaching an identity. Like, she's not just posting before and afters, she's posting recipes. She's posting, water tip ideas, she's posting things about mental health, and so just make coaching your identity as well when you're on Facebook. Nice tip there.
And a side note, something I've noticed, people are sharing what I'm posting. If your posts are things that people can relate to, by all means do it, because the minute they share, what's happening? Your post, your name, your profile pic, before and after picture is being exposed to all of their friends. So, those are little like things that we might not, think about or be aware of, but work strategically, work smart, not necessarily working 10 hours, you can cut it down to 2 hours, but be really smart about your post and exposure. And that's all you need. Okay. Yeah.
So step by
Sorry, is it my turn or yours?
yeah, go
I
ahead.
lost track.
Yeah, do
Is
it.
it mine?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, so follow the contact list and Facebook strategy exactly. Okay, we can go into details with Facebook. There's a lot of things to learn, and I'm learning as I go. And what we've been doing is sharing little tips here and there of what we've been noticing. You created that contact list, so start connecting authentically.
Mm-hmm.
And then take it to the phone. Okay, it might not happen instantly, I tell you, but when you talk to someone, just like Priscilla mentioned, you control how the conversation goes. So don't go about talking and talking and not having it lead anywhere. You're wasting, I don't want to say necessarily wasting time. It might take a little bit longer with some people, like a few chats back and forth to actually the conversation to lead to health. But because let's be real, not everyone's going to say right away, oh yeah, I'm interested in what you're doing, or but the key is to genuinely contact with them and connect with them and not really attack them with like sales that you're a health coach and you're trying to sell them anything. Okay, so do this do this in the next 7 days. Okay, so let's talk numbers, deadlines here. If you do 7 a day, 15 connections a day, that will take you to over 105 connections, right? So that's a lot, right? So just break it down. Don't get overwhelmed with the 100 list. Just divide it. Do a few every day, 10, 15, and see you're going to have like over 105 connections. That's a good one because I have my list here and I'm thinking, where am I going to start? So, okay, that's what I'm going to do, 15 a day. And repeat this process, duplicate it, do it every month, every single week, you're going to see that you are connecting and eventually it's going to lead to health, or you're going to get a referral, someone else that is interested, and you're going to get connections. Don't forget, we are planting the seed. You might not see the results immediately, but if you stop because you're disappointed, no one has contacted you that week, if you stop right there, you're not moving forward and making more connections. But those connections that you're making now, all those planting seeds right now, they're gonna sprout, or if you are thinking it's a holidays now, no one will want to get healthy now. If you do that and you stop taking action, guess what's going to happen? January is going to come, but no one's thinking about you. Why? Because you're not making connections. You are not posting. So, just drip on everyone, layer upon layer. And whenever they're ready, they're gonna come to you. And if you're not liking the immediate results, repeat the process. Okay. And, you might want to also talk to your mentor coach and just tell them the steps and what you are actually doing, just to make sure you are doing everything the right way. I remember my first week, that's what I did with Priscilla. I was a brand new coach and I was not getting them on the phone. I was just keeping it on Messenger. And of course, you cannot get to their why if they're interested. So that's why my first week I didn't have success. But what got me out of that is, your coach is seasoned, so she knows more. You got to be coachable and willing to learn, and so that you can grow yourself, because obviously your coach is I don't want to say more successful than you are, but has been doing it longer, and so just take their advice. Okay.
All right, so additional thoughts for everyone. Every conversation is a seed. Consistency is key. Like we've been saying, we're just kind of wash and repeating and rinsing everything right now again. Consistency is key. The next 2 months, keep planting seeds. We've talked a lot about how November and December, in our minds can be an obstacle because we're like, well, the holidays are coming up. People don't want to spend. People don't want to do this. You guys, you'd be surprised. I have 3 clients that were just like, well, we actually want to get on program because we don't want, the holiday season to tempt us, into doing things. And then when they start talking about the holiday season, I'm like, so you're going to hold back on your health for 60 days because there's 2 days in these 2 months that, you're probably not going to eat the right way. And that gets people to thinking, and then also managing disappointments of the no versus not yet, I one of the coaches on my team, I did an explore call with her, and she said to me, no, thank you. After I did an explore call, I thought I did such a killer job. She said, no, thanks. And after I did the Explore call, that same day or the day after, she went and signed up with Herbalife. But what I did was I had placed her in our support group. So she had been seeing everything, and I thought in my head, this rejection is super hard because I knew she was doing Herbalife. And I said, it's okay, whatever. I'm just going to keep layering and dripping and loving on her because honestly, ultimately, it's not about us, right? It's about them. And so I would occasionally like drop in and be like, hey, how are you doing on program? Like, what's going on? I know you got onto another program, are you acquiring your health goals? Are you reaching them? What are you learning? And I genuinely cared for her. Well, nothing was happening for her. She lost 10 pounds in 4 months. And then she goes into our client site and she sees everyone melting away, everyone changing their habits. And she reached out to me. Well, today she's a coach, she's a thriving coach, and she's lost almost 90 pounds on program. So just managing the no versus not yet, when people say no, I just think they're not ready right now. I don't let it get to me and just move on to the next person who you can help or who you can serve, and then guys, get really good at discovering their why, why they want to move forward with their health. Ask open-ended questions, like, what do these 40 pounds mean to you? Like, why do you want to lose 40 pounds? Why do you want to get healthy? Why is the best question you can ask. Because when you ask why, they have to really search deep in their hearts and really find out why they want to do this. Why this is important to them. So work with your business coach as well. This is something you're struggling with on, really exploring the whys with people. Work with your mentor so that they help you get comfortable in asking people the why before you share the how. So it obviously only works if you do it, right? You can take actions. One of the things that I love, one time Tony Baroni said on a training call, she said, you know what? Every single one of us has the opportunity, to get to where we want to get to. The difference between everybody is who is taking action and how much action you're taking as well. So don't ever compare your journey with other people. Just kind of evaluate where you are in terms of your actions and be consistent. Small, daily, consistent actions will get you to where you want to get to, but you have to take action. You can't just sit here and learn, and take everything in. Like Cynthia said, right now, if you have your list and people are coming up to in your mind, write those names down. Get in action as soon as you possibly can. So the tracking documents, obviously, these are the things that, Optavia provides for us. You can put down the people's names, their phone numbers, their emails, their contact dates and the notes, whatever you talk to them. Are you guys friends on Facebook? Did you request them? Did you go and comment on their pages? Some people like to use these and just kind of check off, what you've done with them. So that way you keep track of the people that you're actually having conversations with. So this is important to help you keep organized because as your list grows, you can't keep everything up here. Oh yeah, I talked to that person. Oh yeah, I messaged that person. No, you want to go ahead and, start tracking everything down because longer.
Should I take one?
Yeah.
Okay. Structural coaching. So we're going to set them up for success, right? So did you secure a strong why? So did you talk to them and, really get to their why? So that's the, most important thing that we need to do, because obviously the how is very simple, but the why is what's going to get them motivated and keep them going, and as your why as a coach changes and evolves, theirs does as well. So, we want to make sure we always go back to their why and kind of see why they joined in the first place. What were their goals? What are they trying to achieve? Do you have a health assessment on them? Whatever they're saying, are you just keeping them in your head? And one client is turning into 50, and then you lost track of who's, how much each person's wanting to lose, what their why is, why they want to lose it. So the health assessment that we have, the new one, really is an extensive one, and use it. It helps you ask the questions to actually figure out what their why is. What are their sleeping habits? There's a special video, a training video that was done on this. You can go back and watch it. That really, really explains into details how to actually get to that health assessment. Mm-hmm. Did you explain what coaching will look like during the Explore call? So when we're doing the Explore call, did you tell them that you are going to walk with them, okay, that you are going to be checking on them, motivating them, that day 1 through day 7, you're going to stick to them, and they're going to have to report to you, because our goal is to get them into fat burn mode, right? The first week, and we promise them that we're going to be there to keep them accountable. So are you doing all that? Are you calling them the first 4 days? Are they hearing your voice, knowing that they're not alone in this? Because that's really kind of what sets us apart from other programs, and also the coaching versus and the community and the education that we have to offer. So are you staying with them? Did you invite them to have a friend join them? Ask them, is there someone who can join you into doing this to keep you accountable? It's people tend to do better if they have like a support, and what better way to have a spouse, best friend, sibling, a coworker join them, and so that they're on this path and journey together.
Mm-hmm.
Well-being evaluation. Okay. So, do you have that handy? Goes in hand with the wellness tracker. So are you writing down, their why? Do you have their bad habits or not so, well habits that they're trying to work on? Their conditions, what they're trying to improve. Do you have all that written down? So you want to, keep that in a binder. If you have the new coaching kit, it does come with a black Optavia binder, which I have, but I don't have handy now. But it has sections. So as you are doing calls with them, explore calls, just write down everything, and you want to join me? Okay. They did good for a half hour. Okay, Brandon, mommy's coming. So, where was I? Yeah, so keep everything there and create a separate folder for each client. And as you talk to them, every single time you check in on them, you want to update it, okay? Because you want to know where each person is, their non-scale victories. Write them down so that, they really feel like you care. And when you go back to them then the following week, you kind of can brush, bring up the topic of, say, okay, how are you doing this week? Like little details, so they know that you were there, you were listening, and you're caring about them, versus just like, oh, just checking in on you, how's your progress? No, your water intake wasn't well, are you doing better with that? And give them strategies on how they can really work on that, if they've been struggling. So, read Dr. A's motivation and challenge chapters in your book. So, so that you can specifically help them with in specific areas. Did you send them a new client email for reference tools? In the welcome email, there's an extensive list of tools that clients can use. The Habits of Health is a very important one that, I personally ask all my clients to join and provide them with the link in the text messages on day 5 to actually watch the recordings if they're not able to. And I explain, how this is a lifestyle change, and, actually listening to those, it's what's going to help you try and change your mindset versus viewing this as a diet, especially for ones who start the first week. Usually they are coming in with a mindset that this is a diet, And did you ask them to call you when their box arrives? So, you got to set up a pre-start call. This is very important. So make sure you do that, and they're not, just without you connecting with them starting on a specific day and you not knowing that they've started. So set them up for success from the get-go, be in touch with them before, just go over, make sure they've watched the video that we send them the night before video, and know all the steps so that they can start strong. And and one of the, let me go back, the tools, you want to make sure you tell them from the beginning that, there's a community, and, give them the nutrition support email address. So, because they want to actually, you create their own support and find the answer, so that they're not relying too much on you. You're there to support them, but you don't want it to be like, you can call me anytime, any day that you want, I'll be here for you. Yes, you're going to be there, but there's some standard questions, that they can look up themselves, especially details on lean and greens of what they can eat. The guide provides everything. Plus, this client support group has all this amazing info, all the questions that's already been asked. So, I think for me that was, a great thing. That's why I wanted to mention, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself, are you prepared to call them on the day their program arrives, knowing that they most likely will not call you? Okay. Yes. So once we know when we track the shipping, and we know when they're going to be receiving it, we send them a text message, right? And then a lot of times we don't hear from them, and the next thing you know, the morning of, they said, "Well, I'm starting my boxes here. What do I need to do?" Well, most people are like that, but it doesn't work that way. So, you kind of have to, I know it's their responsibility, but you got to be on top of it too. So, when their program arrives, just, if they haven't heard from them, just message them or call them and say, okay, when do you have time to set up? Let's just discuss and just recap everything and make sure you're ready to start the following day. And it's important to know that within those calls, we're not going to go and sit down and explain what they actually should know. They should have watched the video and know how to eat their fuelings and lean and green, and so forth. So if you answer any questions that they might have, and you kind of let them know what's going to happen, that you're going to be checking on them every single day, and doing a celebration call on their 8th day. Okay. Okay.
Oh, so hear me.
Well,
I forget.
No, I think we're just doing our dynamics so different. I did hers, she did mine. It doesn't matter. That's how we work.
Sharing the information.
I know.
So our first goal is to coach them into a really good, strong fat burn. Just like Cynthia was talking about the previous steps, those are really, really important. The goal again is to coach them into a strong fat burn. Guys, this is like the most important thing. Their first week is absolutely critical, so you got to stick to them like glue, send out those text messages, do the night before call or the pre-start call, right? Make sure, like Cynthia said, send that video, make sure they watch that video and be like, hey, do you have any questions about that? It's pretty straightforward, huh? Do that night before call, letting them know again that you'll be there for them every step of the way. Make sure you have their health assessment, that you've actually written everything down, their profile and everything what's going on in their lives, so that as your client base grows, you can kind of put everything up here. They have, again, the Green Optavia Start Guide, so they have a quick guide that's going to show them exactly, the simplicity of our program, eat every 2 to 3 hours, hydrate all day long, and do 1 lean and green, and all the information that's in there, and, tell them to have that Optavia guide handy 24/7. I love that Cynthia's always making her client, she always refers them to their Optavia guide, because if you don't do that, like she said, you're going to set a precedent where they can give you a call for anything or text you, hey, how much shrimp did you say I can have again? Hey, what can I have here? Or, hey, is it okay if I have like 1 cup of broccoli, or how much is it for broccoli? You don't want to answer those questions. Try to refer them to the guide, because if not, those questions are going to stress you out. You're with family time and everything, and they're texting you, about a certain vegetable or about a certain meat, and that stuff is already in their guide. So we have so many tools, and if they can't find it in the guide, encourage them to ask into their client support group. Encourage them to ask in there and to get involved that way. Just be like, somebody's bound to know the answer, but it's good for you to integrate yourself in the community for your journey and ask that question there. Ask them to weigh, measure, and, send you a picture of themselves if they feel comfortable. For the most part, people are okay with this, and they'll send it to you, because they already trust you. Make sure you have that well-being assessment in front of you. So I'm sorry, the health assessment, these names change really quickly. I think that's the well-being evaluation that we see there. And the well-being assessment is, the profile that you're going to be talking about them in terms of, where they're at with their healthy body, mind, and finances. So talk to them daily for the first 4 days. Make sure you do that. Connect with them in the evening times. It doesn't have to be more than 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Connect with them in the evening times and just see how their day's going. Encourage them. If they tell you, man, Priscilla, my head was killing me, I had a terrible headache, be like, you're so close to fat burn, like you're so close to entering there. You're just transitioning out of this. Your body's hating you right now, but trust me, you are gonna love it as soon as you're in that full fat burn. So make sure you work closely with them the first 4 days and inform them that you will be calling them for the first 4 days, whenever you guys can connect to talk about how that day went. So assist them on what to expect, watch your clients for their first 4 days. Again, hand feed those daily text messages every morning. Try to put that in your calendar. This will allow your coaching temps to be more personal with them. So hand feed it to them. What we mean by that is like copy it and paste it, but make sure you put their names, how are you, and personalize it towards them. And then set up a time for each next day's call. Make sure, sometimes the times change. I have several clients that are nurses, so their times going to change based on the hours that they work. So make sure you connect with them, the day before and be like, hey, tomorrow is day 2. What time can I connect with you tomorrow? 6 o'clock? Okay, perfect. Hey, tomorrow's day 3. What time can I connect with you tomorrow? And set that up in your calendar. And again, stay hip to hip with them for the first 4 days. Make sure you're really, really close to them, so that we coach them into a really good fat burn. I love to tell my clients that we're going to coach them into a really good fat burn. I'm sorry, if everybody that's on the call can mute themselves, please. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. So make sure you stay hip to hip with them. I love to tell them, I want to coach you into a really, really good fat burn. So this week, you and I are going to be fat. So make sure you let them know that. They love it because they're like, okay, I have my hook, my coach, they're going to be calling me and everything. So put reminders in your schedule, make sure you don't forget. And then, we'll move them to weekly check-ins and celebration calls or Zoom calls. You make sure you let them know, hey, now we completed day 8 or whatever. We're going to drop the calls down to once a week. If you need me, shoot me a text message or whatever, but I will be reaching out to you once a week now. And let them know that occasionally you will get to celebrate with them and your coach. So whenever they have non-scale victories, they have scale victories, any sort of victories they have, you want to connect them with their coach. You want to make sure that you connect them because that's how they're going to be integrated. That's how they're going to fall in love and even more with the program. They're just going to support you with them.
Tamara, are you able to mute? Sorry, Priscilla, we can barely hear you. So I think someone's driving, Tamara, or you can mute them.
Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry. Some people, please mute your Zoom. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay, so meet us in St. Louis for the 2018 Optavia convention. So I was telling Priscilla yesterday, how am I supposed to talk about this slide when I didn't even go to convention last year or this year? So, and she said, well, you're going to talk about how excited you are for this year. And it's true. I joined as a coach in beginning of May, June, July, and then I didn't know about convention. And then month of in June, everyone's talking about convention. And I have a 2.5-month-old and 2-year-old, and I don't think I can go. And my mindset wasn't there. I didn't know it was just a convention to me. But as I am a little bit more into this, I realized how convention is important and how everyone came back so excited and inspired by it. So I decided, I did the early bird registration rate, and I'm like, I'm going no matter what. I'll think about who's going to take care of my kids later. So I know that that's going to really help me grow my business and just be inspired and meet everyone that the family of coaches that I'm in touch with via Facebook. We're going to see them face to face. So there's lots of things to learn. I mean, whoever has already gone or has been going throughout the years knows that. So I am looking forward to going this year and see what the hype is all about, what everyone's why everyone really loves the convention. So, and it's really an investment in your business. Do not think about, okay, how much I'm paying. And it's very little considering what you are getting, all the knowledge, all the trainings that there are there, meeting Dr. A, and getting all the inspiration. And there's a lot more details into it, and take it as a little vacation too. So I guess the early registration has ended in August 31st. So right now you can get a regular registration, which ends in September 30th of next year. April 30th. It's 225. And, don't wait for the late registration, which starts in May and ends in June 30th of 2018. The prices go up. And so yeah, share your incredible experience with others. Invite your coaches too. The larger you are the group, and you also want your coaches to get inspired and see what Optavia is really all about. By going to the convention, and not only your coaches, clients can come as well. And I was a client when I went to a Long Beach event that I went with Priscilla, and I actually took my husband too. And that's when I got a bigger idea of what we're all about and decided to coach. I took my little one too. So I mean, no excuses. If you want to go, you do whatever you can to go. So excuses are out. I'm all in for next year, and I cannot wait. I hope you're excited as well. And I hope to meet a lot of people in person next year.
Yeah.
And so I hope you're going. And if you're not going, how are your coaches and clients supposed to go? You are setting an example. So, register, and then invite them to go as well.
Mm-hmm. And I always tell my coach, the coaches on my team, like, if money is the issue, save your money, reinvest it into your business. Whatever you make, in your business, like through Optavia, not including your paycheck, save that for convention, because it truly is it's an investment in your business. So save that money and invest it towards that, and do little things like, do the registration right now, and then maybe in a couple of months, look into the hotel, and then a couple of months, like, break it down. Don't try to do everything together. But it truly is an investment into your business. I mean, the network, you're going to network with so many coaches out there. You're going to get to hear their stories. You're going to get to hear everything that's going on. So make sure that you go ahead and that you register for this. Reach out to your mentor coach and talk to your coach about this, so that you're able to. I'm really sorry, you guys. I'm in my grandmother's Zoom. She doesn't understand.
Okay,
and I'm recording. I'm on training.
No worries.
So
okay, so time is up almost, I guess. We have a few more slides.
Do this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to recap everything we talked about. Okay, back to action now. So put together your thank you email in connections group. Okay, so the thank you email that you're going to send to get the word out. So put it together if you don't have it yet, and create a connections group. And so as you get the word out, you're going to add those emails to your connections group. Okay, set up your client tracker system, the binder. It's very important. You might have 10 clients right now, or I started with you start with a few. So it could be it's okay to just have things all over the place. But then if you start right from the get-go, you have an organized binder, and you're setting your active clients, your follow-ups, the not yets, all in a tracking binder. It's gonna make your life easier. Okay, so and in order to get into that habit, do it from the get-go. Okay, don't wait for things to complicated. I hear a lot of coaches say, if I had to go back, I wish I did it that way. We'll start the right way. Well-being tracker on all clients and all people you have done a full share with. So those are the people you've spoken with, okay, whether they are ready and they're clients or they're not ready, just put them in your binder, because don't get rid of the no's, because no does not mean no. It means not yet, okay? Discover who your first coach is. So go through your client list and do the I plus Q equals to A. So identify who you think is a good coach, and how you do that. You're gonna, how do you qualify them? It's by looking if they are, coachable, if they can. They have a great personality. Some people who are struggling, actually, they want that accountability factor. And by become a coach, they'll do that. Who is wanting to, can benefit financially from this, who has been sharing the program and referring your clients. There's thousands of reasons. And I would qualify everyone, because why they need this, because we might not have been connecting with them or trying to find out more about them every single week, and that's something we need to work on as we do our client check-ins over the phone, because they open up about their lives. They might be stressed out or struggling, but we don't know it, because by text they could just say, yeah, everything's great, but really it's not. So one, out of 5 clients, one is a coach. That's the ratio. So look and see, focus on that, see who are your potential coaches. Decide on a day and hours for your client check-ins. Okay, this is a great one. Have this to be a rock on your schedule. When I first started, I was like, okay, I can handle this. This person started on a Thursday, so I'll do the client check-in on a Thursday. And then I had another one on Tuesday. Fine, Tuesday, because what? It takes 5-7 minutes of my time every single day, with different clients. But okay, very fast enough. I hit ED in my, third month, and then I had so many orders that I told Priscilla, I'm overwhelmed. I don't think I can do this, But she said, no, you can't go and do this. Just dedicate 1 or 2 days. 1 or 2 days and do all check-ins that day. So if there's a person who started on Thursday, tell them, please, text me your weigh-in that morning, and then I will follow up with you on Monday if that's okay with you. So put rocks in your calendar, okay, in your schedule. And put the simple systems and daily text videos in a handy location. So if you're on your cell phone all the time, put a shortcut on your cell phone so you could open a simple system that way, or laptop, or both. Do it that way so you can have easy access to those valuable information, simple systems, and your daily text that we forward to clients. And shortcut is a good way through the text messaging. If you haven't, get with your mentor coach, and they can help you set up those the shortcuts in your keyboard on your phone. Okay, so more action steps. So that list that we're working on, expand it every day. Okay, beginning of the month or end of the month, come up with a new 100 list. So November 1st, you can get started on it. The same thing every month. Continue getting the word out. So it doesn't start or end with 100 people. So you want to make new connections every single day, but make it enjoyable. Don't feel like, okay, I need to come up with 100 names, right? So it's growing your exposure by meeting new people and enlarging that circle. A network with people. Facebook is a great way, social media, and there's lots of social media platforms. Not Facebook works for some. There's Instagram. I know a lot of people use Snapchat. So Twitter, whatever works for you. Okay, start 5 more clients. So that's another way to get you going. So you want to focus on client acquisition and coach acquisition. And support existing clients. This one's very important. Just because they signed up and they're on track doesn't mean that you're not gonna coach them strongly. You want to, so that they become passionate. They don't stop. They don't lose their why. Reconnect with their why if they have. So you keep them going. It's like you put in all the work their first month. Every single client is, on average, going to stay with you for 2-3 months. So, you want them to reach their goal, and those are clients for you. You get them started, and they're going to stay with you. So make sure the support system is strong. So, stay with you till the end. Clean up any messy coaching habits. If you're not organized, if you're not writing the list of people down and you're keeping them in your head, if you have that chatter in your head, if you're not following up, the list can go on and on and on. There's always things we can work on, right? Client story calls with 2 clients. So what client story call is, we celebrate clients, right? But sometimes there's no real celebration. So, it's not like they lost 20 pounds, 8 pounds. So try to find a reason to really, talk to them and celebrate something. So it could be a non-scale victory, no more high blood pressure medication, going shopping for a smaller size. They went down, and that deserves a celebration, so that they feel that it's not always about the scale. It can also be a struggle call. They might be struggling and you need to get them back on track. You do that by reconnecting them to their why, and do those, at least start with two clients. The thing is to actually get on a call with them and stop text messaging them. They need to hear your voice. They need to hear that, genuine support. That text message just doesn't do it. Okay. If and when your first coach starts, come alongside your support team to learn. So when you have a coach that's getting started, you need to go to your mentorship team. So your mentors are going to be there to help you, because you now have clients and you're bringing on a coach. You need to know the steps, and you need to let them know that you work as a team. So you want to plug them into your coaching group, to their support team, so that they know that they're not left alone. And just that, like we're saying, that we hold you by the hand and work as a team. You want to make sure you do that and start the meet and greet. And there's actually a list of a system on how to get your coach started.
Perfect. So we are done. Is there any questions? I am going to stop recording now and see if anybody has any questions. Stop share. Okay. Any questions, anybody?